Hi, everyone. Welcome to Writing for Social Studies. I'm Kate Ryder, a teacher with Baker Webb Academy. And today I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about thesis statements and organizing your essays. So what is a thesis statement? A thesis statement is a single complete sentence that expresses your view concerning a particular topic. It will generally be included in the introductory paragraph, often as the final sentence of that paragraph. You must be sure that you support the statement in the body of the essay with historical details and quotes from the source material. As you formulate your thesis statement, you should ask yourself the following questions. Is your thesis statement debatable? For instance, your thesis statement wouldn't be something that everyone knows to be true, such as the sky is blue or World War II happened between 1939 and 1945. You need to take a stand on something in history, and usually I've given you a good guide, and make sure it's something that you can have an opinion about. You want your thesis statement to have a proper scope, which means to be not too broad and not too narrow. So you don't want to choose a really specific detail. You want to choose a broader theme, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. And you need to make sure your thesis statement responds to the assignment. So it is answering, a question about the topic I've introduced in the assignment. After you finish your essay, always review it to make sure it still works. So sometimes as you write through your essay, you'll, include a lot of facts, and it may actually change your opinion and cause you to edit your thesis statement. Okay. The next slide is a basic paragraph, 5-paragraph essay graphic organizer, and I'll figure out a way to get this to you guys. I'll include this in the module, but basically it gives you the very standard, you want your thesis statement in a paragraph at the beginning, the introductory paragraph, and usually you'll want 3 supporting paragraphs where you're backing up that thesis statement, and each one of those should have some evidence. And in a separate presentation, I'll be talking about how to quote for these document-based questions. Okay, and then developing your essay. Use your notes and source material to help you determine your thesis statement. Again, you want a topic not too broad, but not too narrow. Use the diagram. Mapping it out will make the writing process much easier. So choose your details, your evidence ahead of time. And remember always that your opinion is valid. Often these projects rely on your interpretation. So be confident with whatever you say and just be sure to back it up with your evidence and quotes from the documents. And the final part of this is a quick note about conclusions. In your conclusion you want to provide a summary of your thesis and briefly review your evidence. And then you want to draw a broader conclusion. What did you learn by proving your thesis? And since we're talking about history, some possibilities include anything from what I call the Sprite modules, which is social, political, religious, intellectual, technological, or economic. So for instance, for social, what was life like for people in those times? How did the government treat its people? What role did the church play in society? What were the beliefs of the great leaders and thinkers of the time? So any philosophers, etc. How had innovations or new technologies changed life? And how did economic conditions affect daily lives? So always remember Sprite, social studies students, and good luck with your essays this semester. Remember, you can always reach out for help.